Did you know something amazing? Your brain was never designed to read. Humans have evolved to recognize faces, objects, and movement. But reading? That's relatively new. It's a relatively new invention in human history. So when you read a book, your brain performs something incredible. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thrive Bright Minds. I'm Penny Brown. For over 20 years, I've helped older adults understand their brains, how they work, and how to keep them strong, connected, and engaged. So let's talk about this. So when you read, your brain borrows circuits originally designed for vision and object recognition and repurposes them for language. In other words, reading literally rewires your brain. And today we're going to explore what brain science reveals about what happens inside your mind when you read. Some of these discoveries are truly fascinating. Brain scans show that reading doesn't just activate the brain, it changes the brain's wiring. Researchers at Emory University scanned participants' brains while they read a novel over several days. They found increased connectivity between brain regions responsible for language, sensory processing, imagination. Even more interesting, those changes continued for days after the reading stopped. So that means reading leaves a lasting imprint on the brain's neural networks. Other research shows that learning to read strengthens white matter. It's the communication highways connecting the brain's regions. When these pathways become stronger, thinking becomes faster and more efficient. Your brain is essentially upgrading its wiring. It's so exciting. So here's something truly remarkable. When you read about an experience, your brain often acts as if it were experiencing it yourself. For example, neuroscientists discovered that when people read sentences about physical actions like running, the brain activates the area responsible for controlling movement. The same brain region used to move your legs while running becomes active. So when you simply read about someone running, and in other words, your brain simulates the experience. This is part of what scientists call embodied cognition. Language is not just processed as abstract information. Your brain recreates the experience through sensory and motor systems. This is why a good story can feel so vivid. Your brain is actually participating in the story. Reading also exercises one of the brain's most important structures, the hippocampus. The hippocampus is deeply involved in the memory formation. Think about what happens when you read a story. Your brain must keep track of characters, settings, relationships, plot developments. This constant mental activity strengthens memory networks. It's like giving your brain a daily workout. Over time, this helps build something scientists call cognitive reserve. And cognitive reserve is extremely important for brain health as we age. We need that reserve if we become ill or have an injury. Reading fiction does something very special for the brain. It strengthens your ability to understand other people. Researchers published a famous study in the journal Science showing that reading literary fiction improved participants' ability to interpret other people's thoughts and emotions. This ability is called theory of mind. When you read a story, your brain constantly asks, what is this character thinking? Why did they do that? What might happen next? Your brain practices understanding human behavior. Stories become a safe training ground for empathy. Another fascinating discovery is that how we read matters. Studies compared printed books to screens have found meaningful differences. When people read printed books, they often show stronger focus, deeper comprehension, and better recall of events. Physical books provide spatial cues like page numbers, page position, the thickness of pages that you've read. These cues help the brain build a mental map of the story. Screens, on the other hand, are often associated with skimming and distraction. That doesn't mean digital reading isn't bad. It's not bad. You can still read them. But for deep reading and reflection, many researchers still recommend print. One of the most encouraging discoveries about reading involves long-term brain health. Studies show that people who regularly engage in mentally stimulating activities like reading tend to experience slower cognitive decline. Yes. Scientists call this cognitive reserve. Cognitive reserve means the brain develops extra neural pathways. So when aging affects certain networks, the brain has backup routes to keep thinking and functioning well. In some studies, lifelong readers even showed signs of Alzheimer's disease in their brain from scans, but they had fewer symptoms during their life. Their brains had developed stronger networks over time. Reading builds resilience. The wonderful thing about reading is that you don't need to do it for hours. Even 20 minutes a day can stimulate important brain networks. If reading hasn't been part of your routine daily, try starting small. Replace one scrolling session on your phone with a few pages of a book. Create a relaxing reading ritual with a cup of tea or coffee. Choose books that truly interest you, because every page you read helps your brain strengthen your memory, improve focus, build empathy, and stay mentally active. This is not about perfection. This is about making changes to make your brain stronger for longer. And remember, you are not expired. You are evolving. I'm Penny Brown with Thrive Right Minds. I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.